Want to speak real Swahili from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at swahilipod101.com.
It's Medina again. Welcome to Swahili Pod 101 Swahili Top Words. Today, we are going to look at 10 questions you should know. Welcome and have fun. Jina lako ni nani? Jina lako ni nani? What's your name? To answer that, you'll say, Jina langu ni Medina. If you're Juma, you'll say, Jina langu ni Juma. My name is Juma. Uhali gani? Uhali gani? How are you? To answer that, you'll say, Njema, I'm fine. Or fine. Uhali gani fine, I'm fine. Ulizaliwa wapi? Ulizaliwa wapi? Where are you from? To answer that, I'll give the name of my country. Kenya. Ulizaliwa wapi? Kenya. If you're born in the United States, you'll say, America. Ulizaliwa wapi? America. Siku yako ya kuzaliwa ni lini? Siku yako ya kuzaliwa ni lini? When is your birthday? To answer that, you'll say, siku yangu ya kuzaliwa ni Aprili tarehe 3. My birthday is April 3rd. Unaishi wapi? Unaishi wapi? Where do you live? Ninaishi Nairobi. I live in Nairobi. Nairobi is quite a big place. Actually, it's a province in itself. So you won't say you're living in the whole Nairobi. We have to be specific. So if you live in Langata, you will say, Ninaishi Langata. That is when we will assume you're in Nairobi and you're talking within people in Nairobi. They will understand where Langata is. But if you're out of Nairobi, you'll say, Naishi Nairobi Langata, to just be specific. Unafanya kazi wapi? Unafanya kazi wapi? Where do you work? To answer this, you'll say, Jijini Mombasa. Again, Jijini Mombasa. Mombasa is the name of the place. Jijini means town. So if you're working in Kisumu, you'll say, Jijini Kisumu. Just to be specific. I work in Mombasa. I work in Kisumu. Ulijifunza wapi Kiswahili? Ulijifunza wapi Kiswahili? Where did you learn Swahili? For that, you can answer by saying, katika swahilipod101.com. From swahilipod101.com. Je, unapenda chakula cha Kenya? Je, unapenda chakula cha Kenya? Do you like Kenyan food? To answer that, you will say, Ndio, napenda. Yes, I love it. Yes, I like Kenyan food. In Kenya, we have varieties of food, and I'm sure you like it. The most staple food in Kenya is ugali. Ugali is like cornbread. It's made from white flour, white corn flour. It's not very hard. Something like rice, but in the flour form, but cooked. You don't eat the flour, it's cooked. So it's cornbread. Now you eat cornbread with different kinds of stews. You can eat it with bean stew, beef stew, name any kind of stew. And then we also have vegetables. I'm sure you'll like it. Try it out. Umeshawahi kuwa Kenya? Umeshawahi kuwa Kenya? Have you been to Kenya? You can answer this by saying, Hapana, ni mara yangu ya kwanza. No, it's my first time. This is a very common question to tourists who visit Kenya. So be prepared. And it will really sound cool if you can answer in Swahili. Hapana, ni mara yangu ya kwanza. Hii unauza pesa ngapi? Hii unauza pesa ngapi? How much is this? To answer that, you can say, shilingi 10 za Kenya. 10 is the price. So you can keep changing that and say, shilingi 50 za Kenya. 50 shillings, Kenya shillings. This will be a very useful phrase to use when you're going shopping. Of course, I'm sure you're going to buy souvenirs for your family members back in your country. So having this word on your fingertips will be very useful. Yeah, we're done! Thank you so much for keeping up with me until the end of this lesson. Do you remember all those questions? They're very handy and I really recommend that you have them at your fingertips whenever you visit Kenya. Now, if you liked our lesson, do not forget to give us a thumbs up down there and leave your comments. And don't forget to visit swahilipod101.com for more lessons. See you next time. Kwaheri tuonane. Bye. Yes, it's Medina again. Welcome to Swahili Pod 101. This is Top Words. Today, we're going to look at the top 25 verbs in Swahili. Welcome. Kuwa, to be. The first verb is kuwa, to be. Kuwa. For example, we can say, ili kukuwa katibu mwema, inabidi ujue kuratibu. In order to be a good secretary, you have to be good at organizing. Kupenda, to like. Kupenda, to like. Kupenda. Bila shaka na kupenda. Of course, I like you. That's quite a handy word to use. Kufanya, to do. Kufanya, to do. Kufanya mazoezi kutakusaidia kupoteza uzito. Doing exercises will help you lose weight. Kusema, to say. Kusema, to say. Nilimfunza mtoto wangu kusema karibu anapoambiwa asante. Nilimfunza mtoto wangu kusema karibu anapoambiwa asante. I taught my toddler to say you're welcome when he's told thanks. Kueleza, to explain. Kueleza, to explain. We can say, ubao mweupe ndilo chombo nzuri cha kueleza kitu cha picha. A whiteboard is a perfect means to explain something visually. Ubao mweupe ndilo chombo nzuri cha kueleza kitu cha picha. Kusikia, to hear. Kusikia, to hear. Kusikia. Kifaru ana hisia ya hali ya juu ya kusikia na kunusa. Kifaru ana hisia ya hali ya juu ya kusikia na kunusa. The rhino has a good sense of hearing and smelling. Kwenda, to go. Kwenda, to go. Kwenda. Nataka kwenda dukani. I want to go to the shop. Nataka kwenda dukani. Kujua, to know. Kujua, to know. Kujua. Pia mimi nafurahia kukujua. Me too. I'm happy to know you. Pia mimi nafurahia kukujua. Kuchukua, to take. Kuchukua, to take. Kuchukua. Usisahau kuchukua picha yangu tafadhali. Don't forget to take my picture. Usisahau kuchukua picha yangu tafadhali. Kuona, to see. Kuona, to see. Kuona. Kwaheri ya kuonana. Bye. See you again. Kwaheri ya kuonana. Kuja, to come. Kuja, to come. Kuja. Ikiwezekana, ningelipenda kuja kesho tena. If possible, I would like to come back tomorrow. Ikiwezekana, ningelipenda kuja kesho tena. Kufikiria, to think. Kufikiria, to think. Kufikiria. Fikiria unachotaka, unipe jibu kesho. Think about what you want and give me the answer by tomorrow. Fikiria unachotaka, unipe jibu kesho. Kuangalia, to look. Kuangalia, to look. Kuangalia. Hangeweza kusita kuangalia kwenye sinema. She couldn't stop looking at the screen. Hangeweza kusita kuangalia kwenye sinema. Kutaka, to want. Kutaka, to want. Ninataka kwenda kulala mapema leo. I want to go to sleep early today. Ninataka kwenda kulala mapema leo. Kupea, to give. Kupeana, to give. Hawakupeana ya kutosha. They didn't give enough. Hawakupeana ya kutosha. Kutumia, to use. Kutumia, to use. Ni laini gani ninayopaswa kutumia? Which line am I supposed to use? Ni laini gani ninayopaswa kutumia? Kutafuta, to find. Kutafuta, to find. Usipoteze wakati wako kutafuta kazi ya hali ya juu. Anza tu kufanya kazi. Don't waste time looking for the ultimate job. Just start working. Usipoteze wakati wako kutafuta kazi ya hali ya juu. Anza tu kufanya kazi. Kwenda nje, to go out. Kwenda nje, to go out. Kwa hakika tunahofia, lakini hauwezi enda nje leo usiku. We are really sorry, but you cannot go out tonight. Kwa hakika tunahofia, lakini hauwezi kwenda nje leo usiku. Kuuliza, to ask. Kuuliza, to ask. Nitakuuliza mara nyingine moja. I will only ask you one more time. Nitakuuliza mara nyingine moja. Kufanya kazi, to work. Kufanya kazi, to work. Naomba unisaidie kufanya kazi hii. I request that you help me do this work. Naomba unisaidie kufanya kazi hii. Kuingia, to enter. Kuingia, to enter. Hauwezi kuingia bila kibali. You cannot enter without permission. Hauwezi kuingia bila kibali. Kuhisi, to feel. Kuhisi, to feel. Kuhisi. Nahisi vizuri. I feel good. Nahisi vizuri. Kujaribu, to try. Kujaribu, to try. Kujaribu. Ningelipenda kuchagua kitu ambacho sijawahi kujaribu. I would like to try something I've never tried before. Ningelipenda kuchagua kitu ambacho sijawahi kujaribu. Kuondoka, to leave. Kuondoka, to leave. Kuondoka. Watu huzoea kuondoka nyumbani na kwenda kazini wakati wa jua kupaa. People usually leave home for work at sunrise. Watu huzoea kuondoka nyumbani na kwenda kazini wakati wa jua kupaa. Kuita, to call. Kuita, to call. Kuita. Nitakuita papo nitapofika nyumbani. I will call once I arrive home. Nitakuita papo nitapofika nyumbani. Thank you so much for staying with us until the end of this video. How was it? If you liked it, please, we'd like to hear your comments. And don't forget to visit SwahiliPod101.com for more lessons. See you then. Bye. Kwaheri. Yes, welcome again. This is Medina. Welcome to Swahili Pod 101. Top words. Today we are going to look at 10 hardest words to pronounce in Swahili. Baadaye, later. Baadaye, later. Baadaye. For example, you can say, tuonane baadaye. See you later. Tuonane baadaye. Now, actually, I can understand why it's a little bit difficult word to pronounce because looking back at my nephew, he was at that time around 2-3 years old. He had a very hard time saying baadaye. He used to say badeya, badeya, which is quite different. But now he made it up. He's okay. He says baadaye. Changia, to contribute. Changia, to contribute. Changia. Changia katika mikakati ya mambo makuu. To contribute to a greater cause. Changia katika mikakati ya mambo makuu. Hakuna matata, no worries. Hakuna matata, no worries. Hakuna matata. Hapa Kenya, hakuna matata. There are no worries here in Kenya. Actually, there's a song that goes, Kenya nchi yetu, hakuna matata. Nchi ya kupendeza, hakuna matata. That means that in our country, there are no worries. It's a lovable country. There are no worries. Yeah, hakuna matata is quite a handy word to use. Actually, it's in a song, so just learn the song and you get the word. If you're a fan of Lion King movie, I'm sure you've heard about this phrase. Kiangazi, hot season. Kiangazi, hot season. Kiangazi. Kuna kiangazi sana kaskazini mwa nchi. The north part of the country is very dry. Kuna kiangazi sana kaskazini mwa nchi. Kipupwe, cool season. Kipupwe, cool season. Kipupwe. Watu hupata homa wakati wa kipupwe. People catch flu during the cool season. Watu hupata homa wakati wa kipupwe. Mchungwa, orange tree. Mchungwa, orange tree. Mchungwa. Nimelala hapa chini ya mti wa mchungwa. I am lying here under an orange tree. Nimelala hapa chini ya mti wa mchungwa. Ng'ang'ana, to strive. Ng'ang'ana, to strive. Ng'ang'ana. Nang'ang'ana kuwa wa kwanza. I'm striving to be the first one. Ng'ang'ana. Can you try saying it out? Ng'ang'ana. Do you realize that you stick your tongue at the back upper part of your mouth and then the voice comes through your nose? Ng'ang'ana. Hope you did it. Ng'ombe, cow. Ng'ombe, cow. Ng'ombe. Hawa ni ng'ombe wawili. Hawa ni ng'ombe wawili. These are two cows. Ng'ombe is similar like ng'ang'ana. Mean the way you stick the tongue behind and to the top of your mouth. But now you're using the O sound. You're trying to make the O sound. Try it again. Ngo, ngo, ng'ombe. Hope you made it. Takataka, trash. Takataka, trash. Takataka. Kutupa takataka. To empty the trash. Kutupa takataka. Now, takataka can be used in different ways. For example, if someone says takataka, it will mean something really bad or wasteful or something that is annoying. If someone says, wewe ni takataka, it means you're wasteful or you're a waste. So you can use it different ways. But you know what? Don't use it to your friend or someone. I mean, it's not a good word to use, in other words. So be careful when you use it. Nyanyasa, oppress. Nyanyasa, oppress. Nyanyasa. Matajiri wananyanyasa maskini. The rich oppress the poor. Matajiri wananyanyasa maskini. Thank you so much for staying with us until the end of this video. Was it a long way to learn the top hardest word to pronounce in Swahili? Did you get it right to say ng'ang'ana and ng'ombe? If you did, and if you liked our videos, we'd like to hear your comments in the comment section. And please, don't forget to visit our website, swahilipod101.com, for more lessons.
You are at a bus terminal where you're attempting to buy a ticket from a ticket counter. There are 4 different counters. Which counter should you line up at to go to the south side of the city? Which counter should you line up at to go to the south side of the city? The third counter is the counter for bus tickets that go to the south side of the city.
Kwa kusini mwa jiji.
You are at a bus terminal where you've just bought a long-distance ticket. Which row and seat number are you in? Which row and seat number are you in? The ticket says that you're in the 8th row in seat C.
Safu la 8 kiti cha.
You are at a bus terminal where you're reading the schedule for long-distance buses. On which days are there no buses running? On which days are there no buses running? There are no buses running on public holidays and the 3rd Sunday of every month.
Sikukuu za umma, Jumapili ya 3 ya kila mwezi.
You are at a bus stop where you're waiting for the 301 bus. There is a notice posted on the bus timetable. What does the notice say? What does the notice say? The notice reads, "The 301 bus does not stop here."
Basi nambari 301 halisimami hapa.
You just got off a bus at a bus terminal and you're looking to catch a taxi. Which direction should you go to get to the taxi rank? Which direction should you go to get to the taxi rank? You should head east to get to the taxi rank.
Mashariki.
Welcome to SwahiliPod101.com's Kiswahili kwa dakika 3, the fastest, easiest, and most fun way to learn Swahili. Hamjamboni, mimi ni Medina. Shukran kwa kuungana na mimi katika kipindi hii. Hi everybody, I'm Medina. Thank you for joining me. In this series, you're going to learn basic Swahili expressions. It's super easy and it only takes 3 minutes. And in this first lesson, you're going to learn how to introduce yourself in Swahili. You learn both an informal and formal way to do it. But unlike many other languages, there is not a very big difference between informal and formal speech in Swahili. First, let's see how Kenyan people introduce themselves in an informal situation. Habari, mimi ni Medina. Nina furaha kukutana na wewe. Hi, I'm Medina. Nice to meet you. Habari, mimi ni Medina. Nina furaha kukutana na wewe. Let's break it down. Start with the greeting. Habari, then mimi ni, which is followed by your name. Next, say the phrase, Nina furaha kukutana na wewe. Nice to meet you. All together, it is, Habari, mimi ni Medina. Nina furaha kukutana na wewe. And now, let's see the same sentence in formal speech. Shikamoo. Jina langu ni Medina Maraka. Nina furaha kukutana na wewe. Hello, my name is Medina Maraka. Nice to meet you. Shikamoo. Jina langu ni Medina Maraka. Nina furaha kukutana na wewe. So, what has changed from the previous introduction? Let's take a closer look at these together. It's important to note that habari can be used in both casual and formal settings. However, it is more formal and respectful to use the word shikamoo, especially when addressing an older person. Shikamoo implies good day or simply hello. You will notice that the section mimi ni for I am changes to jina langu ni Medina for my name is Medina. During a formal self-introduction, it is advisable to mention your last name. So, I will say, my name is Medina Maraka. Here, you'll say your full name. Finally, Nina furaha kukutana na wewe is the same for both. This phrase means, nice to meet you. One more time. The informal way to introduce yourself in Swahili is, Habari. Mimi ni Medina. Nina furaha kukutana na wewe. And the formal way to introduce yourself is Shikamoo. Jina langu ni Medina Maraka. Nina furaha kukutana na wewe. Now, it's time for Medina's insights. When introducing yourself, it's a good habit to shake hands. Usually, the right hand is slightly supported by the left hand. If you're concerned about politeness, a slight bend forward while shaking the hand adds a sign of respect in the Kenyan business world. However, if you speak too formally, people will think you sound unnatural. In Kenya, simplicity is best. Thanks for dropping by and see you next time. Kwaheri, tuonane tena. Hamjamboni, mimi ni Medina. Hi everybody, I'm Medina. Welcome to SwahiliPod101.com's Kiswahili kwa dakika tatu, the fastest, easiest, and most fun way to learn Swahili. In this lesson, we'll learn some of the most common greetings used in Kenya. Uko tayari? Are you ready? Tuanze! So let's get started. The most commonly used informal greeting is habari. Habari. Habari means hi or hello. We use it when we meet people. We can use this greeting with friends or relatives, but also with people we don't know. We used this phrase in lesson 1. Do you remember? And do you remember what the formal way of greeting people is? Shikamoo. Shikamoo. Do you also remember that habari can be used both in formal and casual settings? During the evening, we say, habari ya jioni. Habari ya jioni. Jioni is Swahili for evening. So, habari ya jioni means good evening. Habari and habari ya jioni are used when we meet someone, but when we leave, we don't say these greetings again. Instead, when living in both formal and informal situations, Kenyan people say kwaheri. Kwaheri. Kwaheri means goodbye. Finally, in Swahili, we have an expression meaning see you soon that can be considered both formal and informal. Tuonane tena. Tuonane tena. Now you can greet people in many different ways in Swahili. Let's review them all again. When greeting someone in an informal way, remember to say habari. When greeting someone in a formal situation, you say shikamoo. When living in either a formal or informal situation, say tuonane tena. It's easy, isn't it? Now, it's time for Medina's insights. In formal situations, Kenyans commonly greet each other by shaking hands. But if we meet someone we are very friendly with, we hug each other. Don't be afraid to do it with your Kenyan friends. It's normal. Tuonane! Hamjamboni, mimi ni Medina. Hi everybody, I'm Medina. Welcome to SwahiliPod101.com's Kiswahili kwa dakika tatu, the fastest, easiest, and most fun way to learn Swahili. In this lesson, we are going to learn how to use samahani and other words when apologizing in Swahili. We should use samahani in formal situations, such as when we are ordering something in bars or restaurants. For example, samahani, naweza agiza kikombe cha kahawa? Excuse me, could I order a cup of coffee? We can also use it when asking a question. For example, samahani, Mombasa iko wapi? Excuse me, where is Mombasa? Sometimes, we also hear people say just samahani because it can also be used to draw someone's attention. Samahani. Samahani can be used in formal and informal situations. We can use samahani when asking a question or when apologizing. All of these phrases can be used for either excuse me or I am sorry. But if you really want to apologize for something, it might be better to use a different phrase. That phrase is niwie radhi. It means pardon me and can be used in both formal and informal situations. Niwie radhi. First, we have the Swahili word niwie, which means a consideration. Then radhi, meaning pardon. Together, it literally means consider a pardon. But you can think of it like, pardon me. Niwie radhi. Niwie radhi. Now, it's time for Medina's insights. Please remember when you're in Kenya, if you accidentally bump into someone, it's more common to say samahani than niwie radhi. Are you able to count in Swahili? In the next lesson, we will learn the numbers in Swahili from 1 to 10. I'll be waiting for you in our next Swahili kwa dakika tatu lesson. Tuonane.
Habari yako? Mzuri sana. Uko mzima? Niko mzima kabisa, asante.
Habari ya asubuhi.
Mzuri mwenzangu, lakini nilikuona wapi?
Kwa majina naitwa Fatuma Ali.
Nami naitwa Mohamed Njoroge.
Niko na furaha kukujua.
Nimefurahia pia.
Nimetumwa na rafiki yako nije nikuone.
Haya basi, nikusaidiaje?
Asante sana kwa kuja kuniona hospitalini. Karibu sana. Nilivyosikia umejifungua mapacha, niliamua lazima nije. Nashukuru. Nimekuletea zawadi. Zingine za hawa watoto na zingine zako. Asante sana mwenzangu. Nashukuru.
Tafadhali, naomba ujue umenikanyaga. Oh, mimi? Ndiyo, kwa vidole za mguu. Pole sana. Habari yako?
Mzuri sana.
Mna chakula ama kinywaji kilicho tayari?
Ndiyo. Nikupakulie nini?
Je, mna chai ya maziwa?
La, lakini tunayo kahawa ya maziwa.
Sawa. Nitakuita baadaye. Nipe muda kidogo.
Sawa.
Yeah, welcome everyone. It's Medina again. Welcome to Swahili Pod 101. Today, we are going to look at the top 25 phrases in Swahili. Let's have fun. Jambo. Hello. Okay, the first phrase is Jambo. Hello. Jambo. Jambo is one of the most simple greetings in Kenya. Anyone can use it at any time. In fact, we love using it with tourists. Please visit Kenya and just say Jambo. Habari za asubuhi. Good morning. Okay, the next phrase is habari za asubuhi. Good morning. Habari za asubuhi. We often wake up tired sometimes in the morning, but it doesn't cost to say habari za asubuhi. Good morning. Habari za mchana. Good afternoon. The next phrase is habari za mchana. Good afternoon. Habari za mchana. You know, in the afternoon when you meet someone, you're like, oh, habari za mchana. Habari means news. So you're trying to ask someone, okay, how is your afternoon? Tell me anything that is happening in your afternoon. Usiku mwema. Good night. Usiku mwema. Good night. Usiku mwema. Good night. Yes, it's time to sleep. I sometimes look forward to that time. And, you know, I look forward to saying good night to my friends or to my family or to my whatever person who is there. Jina lako nani? What's your name? Jina lako nani? What's your name? Jina lako nani? It's an obvious question whenever we meet with people, especially when you want to know who they are. It's polite to know someone's name, right? Do you like being called by your name? Yeah, that's why this phrase is very important. Jina lako nani? Mimi naitwa. Mimi naitwa Medina. My name is Medina. Mimi naitwa Medina. Now, this is actually an answer to the previous question, Jina lako nani? What's your name? Now, you have to keep this in mind that, you know, if you use this word frequently, you'll be able to tell people about your name. You'll be able to tell people your name. Nina furaha kukutana na wewe. Nice to meet you. Nina furaha kukutana na wewe. Nice to meet you. Nina furaha kukutana na wewe. Nice to meet you. I mean, it's really polite. I always feel like energized when someone says, nice to meet you. It can be awkward when someone says, oh, I did not want to meet you, you know, but we rarely hear that. Just use that word, nice to meet you. Habari gani? How are you? Habari gani? How are you? Habari in Swahili means news. And gani means what? So what news? Actually, what you're trying to ask here is like, what do you have? I mean, what is all about your life right now in a polite way, you know? Then someone will say, mzuri, or it's okay. They will not go on telling you whatever is happening all around, but, you know, they'll just say it's fine or not good, you know? So it's an important phrase. Niko salama, asante, na wewe? I am fine, thanks. And you? Niko salama, asante. Fine, thanks. And you? Niko salama, asante means, oh, I'm fine. Literally, that is what it means. I'm fine, thank you. Then you take it back. What about you? You are concerned about the person who is asking you, you know? If you just say, oh, I'm fine, thanks, then you keep quiet, you know? I mean, we do that sometimes, but, you know, sometimes you want to show concern, so you ask, na wewe, and you? Tafadhali, please. Tafadhali, please. It's a magic word all around the world. So tafadhali is one of those words that you want to embrace when you visit Kenya. Tafadhali, whenever you're asking a favor, just say tafadhali. Excuse me, tafadhali, tafadhali. That's one great word you need to remember. Asante, thank you. Asante, thank you. It's also one of the magic words that relates to tafadhali, please. You know, asante is like you're appreciating whatever favor you received from someone who did you a favor. So it's also one of those words you like to embrace whenever and wherever. Karibu, you're welcome. Karibu, you're welcome. Karibu. Karibu is one of the most common words used in Kenya. For example, when someone knocks your door, you'll say, oh, karibu. That means come in, or welcome, actually. Then, in some circumstance when someone gives you something, you'll say thank you, right? Now, the person who is giving, you will say karibu. Karibu means welcome. So it can be a joke, but you know what? You can go and ask them, or you can go and ask as many favors as you can, because they said karibu. I mean, that's a joke. You don't have to take it seriously though. Dio, yes. Dio, yes. Dio. Dio is a response. Whenever someone asks a question, you can say dio if it's a positive answer, to the question. It depends. There are the yes, no questions. Yeah, that is where it lies. Dio. Umefika Kenya? Dio. Umekula chakula? Dio. Umefika Kenya means, have you arrived in Kenya? You'll say yes, which is ndio. Have you eaten food? Umekula chakula? You'll say ndio, yes. Hapana, no. Hapana, no. Hapana. Hapana is an answer to the yes-no question, just like dio. Dio means yes, as we looked at it previously. Now here it's no. Umefika Kenya? Hapana. Have you arrived in Kenya? No. Umekula chakula? Have you eaten food? No. Hapana. Sawa. Okay. Sawa. Okay. Sawa. Okay. Sawa. Sawa is used to acknowledge that you agree to whatever has been said. For example, you can say, sawa, nimeelewa maelezo yako. Okay, I've understood the explanation. Niwie radhi. Excuse me. Niwie radhi. Excuse me. Niwie radhi. This is a very handy word, especially when you want someone to excuse you for something. Niwie radhi. Naweza angalia mzigo wako? Excuse me, can I check your bag? Samahani. I'm sorry. Samahani. I am sorry. Samahani. Samahani is also one of those polite words that you really need to remember. It comes handy when you make a mistake. Samahani, nimechelewa. I'm very sorry that I'm late. Ni saa ngapi? What time is it? Ni saa ngapi? What time is it? Ni saa ngapi? Of course, you'll want to know time. If you cannot see the time, probably there's no wall clock around, or perhaps your phone is off to check, or perhaps you forgot your wristwatch. You'll ask your friend, ni saa ngapi? Msala ni wapi? Where is the restroom? Msalani ni wapi? Where is the restroom? Msalani ni wapi? Now, for real, you may need this word really, especially if nature keeps calling on you. You may want to ask, hey, tafadhali, msalani ni wapi? Excuse me, where is the restroom? Subiri kidogo. Wait a moment. Subiri kidogo. Wait a moment. Subiri kidogo. When you're caught up doing something and someone asks for a favor, you may use this word. Just a moment. Subiri kidogo. Bei ya hii ni nini? How much is this? Bei ya hii ni nini? How much is this? Bei ya hii ni nini? How much is this? Bei ya hii ni nini? Now, he there stands for the thing that you want to buy. For example, you can say, bei ya hii nguo ni nini? How much is this dress? Saidia, help. Saidia, help. Saidia. Saidia! Imagine you're drowning. What will you do? You'll shout, Saidia! Help! When you're in trouble, this word comes in handy. I think you may want to use it. Tuonane baadaye. See you later. Tuonane baadaye. See you later. Tuonane baadaye. After you meet with your friend, you have a chat with her or him, you'll definitely say, bye, see you later, when you're parting. I think it's also one of those polite words that you may want to add to your list. Kwaheri, goodbye. Kwaheri, goodbye. Kwaheri, goodbye. Kwaheri. Now, kwaheri reminds me of those toughest moments in my life, when I went abroad to study and my family was back in my country. The toughest moments was when we were parting, I will never want to say kwaheri. I will never want to say goodbye. I will never even want to utter it out, but I will just say it with tears rolling down my cheeks. Yeah, kwaheri. It's a good word to use whenever you're parting. Sijui, I don't know. Sijui, I don't know. Sijui. This is a word that you'll use when you acknowledge that for sure you're not sure about the answer to the question or to the situation that is happening at the moment. Some people think it's impolite to say sijui, especially when you're asking for directions. They'll try to give you information which might be wrong to show that they are polite. So you got to be careful. Thank you so much for staying with us until the end of this video. Did you enjoy this video? If you did, do not forget to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to visit swahilipod101.com. Kwaheri! See you again!
How are your Swahili listening skills? First, you'll see an image and hear a question. Next comes a short dialogue. Listen carefully and see if you can answer correctly. We'll show you the answer at the end. Are you ready?
Mwanamume anaongea na bibi yake katika simu. Anaenda kununua nini?
Eti naelekea nyumbani sasa.
Sawa. Unaweza kununua kitu kwa njia yako nyumbani?
Ndivyo. Ungelipenda ninunue nini?
Tunahitaji maziwa na mkate ya kiamsha kinywa ya kesho.
Maziwa na mkate. Nimezipata. Paketi ngapi za maziwa?
Moja itatosha.
Sawa. Jambo lingine lolote?
Sekunde. Wacha niangalie kama tuna siagi. Ndiyo, tunao.
Ndivyo. Tuna pombe yoyote iliyobaki?
Ndiyo. Tuna chupa kidogo hapa.
Vyema. Hatuhitaji kununua yeyote sasa hivi.
Sawa sawa. Nadhania tuko sawa. Asante. Anaenda kununua nini? Mwanamume anaongea na bibi yake katika simu. Anaenda kununua nini?
Eti naelekea nyumbani sasa.
Sawa. Unaweza kununua kitu kwa njia yako nyumbani?
Ndivyo. Ungelipenda ninunue nini?
Tunahitaji maziwa na mkate ya kiamsha kinywa ya kesho.
Maziwa na mkate. Nimezipata. Paketi ngapi za maziwa?
Moja itatosha.
Sawa. Jambo lingine lolote?
Sekunde. Wacha niangalie kama tuna siagi. Ndiyo, tunao.
Ndivyo. Tuna pombe yoyote iliyobaki?
Ndiyo. Tuna chupa kidogo hapa.
Vyema. Hatuhitaji kununua yeyote sasa hivi.
Sawa sawa. Nadhania tuko sawa. Asante.
Hi everyone, I'm Gabriella. How are your Swahili listening skills? In this video, you'll have a chance to test them out with a quiz. First, you'll see an image and hear a question. Next comes a short dialogue. Listen carefully and see if you can answer correctly. We'll show you the answer at the end. Are you ready?
Mwanamke anamuuliza mtu palipo stesheni ya basi. Stesheni ya basi liko wapi? Samahani, unajua kama kuna stesheni la basi hapa karibu?
Ndiyo. Kwanza, enda fululizo kisha ugeuke kulia kwa taa ya trafiki ya pili. Kisha, geuka kushoto kwenye kona la duka la vitabu na utaona benki. Stesheni la basi liko mbele ya benki.
Nimeelewa. Asante sana. Stesheni ya basi liko wapi? Mwanamke anamuuliza mtu palipo stesheni ya basi. Stesheni ya basi liko wapi? Samahani, unajua kama kuna stesheni la basi hapa karibu?
Ndiyo. Kwanza, enda fululizo kisha ugeuke kulia kwa taa ya trafiki ya pili. Kisha, geuka kushoto kwenye kona la duka la vitabu na utaona benki. Stesheni la basi liko mbele ya benki.
Nimeelewa. Asante sana.
How are your Swahili listening skills? First, you'll see an image and hear a question. Next comes a short dialogue. Listen carefully and see if you can answer correctly. We'll show you the answer at the end. Are you ready?
Mwanamke anaongea na bosi wake. Watakunywa nini katika mkutano?
Tutakuwa na mkutano na Michael kutoka ofisi yetu ya New York mchana huu. Unajua kama kuna vinywaji vyovyote vilivyobaki?
Tuna kahawa.
Michael hakunywi kahawa. Je, tuna maji ya chupa?
Ndiyo. Nadhani kuna kadhaa iliyobaki.
Bora. Vyema sana.
Je, unataka kitu chochote?
Nitakunywa kinywaji pia.
Watakunywa nini katika mkutano? Mwanamke anaongea na bosi wake. Watakunywa nini katika mkutano?
Tutakuwa na mkutano na Michael kutoka ofisi yetu ya New York mchana huu. Unajua kama kuna vinywaji vyovyote vilivyobaki?
Tuna kahawa.
Michael hakunywi kahawa. Je, tuna maji ya chupa?
Ndiyo. Nadhani kuna kadhaa iliyobaki.
Bora. Vyema sana.
Je, unataka kitu chochote?
Nitakunywa kinywaji pia.
Great work! Here's a reward. Speed up your language learning with our PDF lessons. Get all of our best PDF cheat sheets and ebooks for free. Just click the link in the description.